It's clean your glasses time.
How'd you know?
Because that tends to happen.
As soon as I sit in front of these lights.
You sit in front of the lights and you go, wait, I can't see. That's really hard. I cleaned mine downstairs. And now...
How'd you do?
Not as good as I thought. Just once I get up here, then I'm like, oh, wait, yeah, actually. That's a little bit better. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. There was a Thursday, and today is that day. Yes, Brandon, actually, yes. I guess you could get the same effect if you just, like, walk outside into the sun.
Maybe.
Sparks asked if we stopped wearing contacts. No.
No.
We still wear contacts. Mal wears contacts when she's painting. And she's painting, relatively often.
Yeah.
And then for me, I don't have to wear the only time I have to wear contacts is whenever I'm if I'm recording something with the headset, I can't. It's super uncomfortable, and glasses users will probably vouch for this. For some headsets, the headset I have, it pushes on the rims of the glasses, so it's uncomfortable. So I have to wear contacts if I record anything.
See, I just can't put my contacts in right away in the morning. I need
Yeah.
an hour.
Yeah. So. Also, Elfie Goldfish with the 5 gift subs. Thank you, Elfie. Where did this go? Zephyr West, Xenopus, Lavis, Tiasoon, Gestard, and Capascoob.
Coffee.
Appreciate it. Also, morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Don't normally see Tom
This early?
Yeah, Tom's up and moving, or possibly been up all night. Probably not. Tom doesn't strike me as the stay up all night guy.
No.
Probably not. But I don't know. Maybe there's things I don't know. Yeah, we
This is too hot.
In the before times, I wore contacts a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I kind of used it was kind of like part of going out to me. I don't know if that
Getting
makes sense.
ready.
Yeah, it was part of getting ready in my mind. Because if we were gonna go, even if we were just going out to lunch or something, a lot of times, I would put contacts in because it helped me wake up a little bit better.
Yeah, I definitely feel more awake with contacts.
I can see just a little bit better with contacts. So I'd put them on because I was gonna drive. So. Oh, nice. That's good. I'm jealous at 10 p.m. Also, there's a train, morning train. Morning trains are rare.
10 p.m. is ideal.
Well, I like it. It's not so much going to bed at 10 p.m. For me. It's getting up at 6. I really like the idea of getting up at 6, 7 at the latest. But I've been settling for 8. I'm like, all right, 8's okay. I'll get up at 8. It's just nice to have. My favorite thing about getting up that early is that you get up early, you have a nice breakfast, you work for several hours. You feel like you've accomplished a lot, and then you look at the clock and it's oh, it's 11:30. There's something really magical about that specific feeling of being I've accomplished a lot already, and it's not noon.
We can work on getting to bed earlier. Hi, Kippies.
Yeah, whatever. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Anyway,
Coffee.
let me read some things. Oh, actually, before I read some things, I'm gonna take a bite out of this. This is so I was talking about, I think on Tuesday, there were 2 different toast spreads that were sent in to us. One was a Biscoff cappuccino spread. Dan's up too! Dan! You're up! Morning, Dan. Anyway, one was a Biscoff like cappuccino spread. The other one was this one, which is like spread of Peggy. It's like a cookies and cream type thing.
Something.
It's not like official Oreo thing. But it's like
chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah. Once I spread it, it was all the chocolate part.
I didn't spread mine like that much, so I could still see.
Oh yeah. Out in the jar, it's like half white, half black. But when I spread it, it just was all black. But I'm gonna try it.
Hi, Cappers. Kippy slept on my side of the bed last night. He was tightly curled up on my ankle. Hello, do you want a lap? Is that what you're looking for?
That definitely tastes like cookies and cream.
It's good. It's just frosting.
Well, I know that it looks very much like...
all chocolate?
Yeah, I know it looks like all chocolate, but it's not. Hi. And it tastes like cookies and cream.
Darling.
It's quite good. I think I still prefer the cappuccino one, but I like that flavor.
You lay down?
But that's really, really good.
Oh, he's a good boy.
He says he needs to be warm. It's cold in the house.
It is cold in the house.
Anyway, Peggy.
This is oatmeal. This is not for you.
Peggy was from Ryan, who says even Peggy rides the hype train. Sometimes Peggy is the conductor, and sometimes Peggy runs alongside. Didn't we discover that in order for Peggy to like casually walk, Peggy has to be like 8,000 feet tall or something? Anyway, Ryan, thank you. And then 1500 from Pickletron says, want to know an easier way to get up at 6? Have something you want to watch be at that time, like a stream or an early breakfast, maybe. You're welcome. It does help whenever there's some reason to get up, to be honest. Like, for a while, was it when we lived here? It was when we lived here.
It's still oatmeal, Cappy.
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah. What?
Wasn't it, it was in the old house too, but like, we got up at 6 a few times when we lived here too.
Yeah.
And it was like, for me, it was just trying to watch like morning news, and then watching the hallelujahs come in through the window. That was one of the things I'd always look forward to. Brent says, how instrumental do you think Breakfast Stream has been in helping you keep a regular schedule? Important. I'd say it's important. Just because, like, I'm not going to tell you that, like, we slack on days that aren't Tuesday and Thursday, but we can, and we have. Wednesday, for instance, you know, if we are working a lot on Tuesday and we stay up just a little bit, we don't have to get up at 8 on Wednesday, and sometimes we don't. And like, we shouldn't do that, but it's very rare that we do that, but that's something that does happen. So if we didn't have Breakfast Stream forcing us up in the morning, I think it would be harder.
Coffee.
Yeah. That being said, I'm glad that we have it, because I would prefer to be up in the morning. So
it's still oatmeal.
He needs to double check.
Triple check.
Thomas treated himself and slept in until 6:15. Get that extra sleep. Those hallelujahs, by the way, were also from Elfie. To Mumbling Papa, Mastio Dark N99, KCV. That might actually just be like a date. KCVIIXO. Definitely not Vash. And Etrian Persona. Elfie, thank you. Appreciate that. There's actually a lot of alerts this morning. Probably because there was a train. Probably had something to do with it. That's fine. We'll start meandering through these. Come up with some things to talk about, courtesy of them. We got 8 months from Skaynork with the good vibes. 12 months from Sam Rolion, who says, oh my god, 12 months, that's like a whole year. Depends what year. Since you went through 2020 with that, it's like several years. Also 12 months from Macau 2020 says 1 year of grandparents and thermodynamic mnemonic devices. I'm feeling awake. I'm feeling awake and can enunciate words today. So
that's good.
Feeling good about that.
I'm not.
Yeah, there's mornings where I'm like, oh man, I'm barely awake. But this isn't one of those mornings. I actually feel pretty alert. Oh man, you know what the difference was?
Kepler was not sleeping.
Kepler was on your side of the bed. Holy crap. Did that really affect my quality of sleep that much?
Maybe.
There's not enough evidence to like nail down exactly. But that is my hypothesis. That is my hypothesis. Yeah, we have a lot of friends here this morning because Tom and Thomas and Dan are all here this morning. Now we just gotta wait for Jules to shuffle in and say either I just woke up or I've been up since yesterday. Then you know who we've never seen? John.
For breakfast stream. Sometimes I see Twitter and he's like tweeted at 4 a.m. our time and I'm like, he could just stay up a little bit longer.
4 a.m. our time? To 9 8? That's 5 hours. John, I know that it's 4 a.m. and you're awake, but what if you just stay up for 5 more hours? Oh, and then 2 more hours after that.
Coffee.
That's a long time.
Good kitty.
Anyway, thank you all for the train. I hope you enjoyed the early morning train. It is rare. Those don't happen.
It's the express.
It's the express to Awake Town. There are also 5 gift subs. Lady Midnight 97 with milk bombs to Pinch of Razzle Dazzle. It's a good name. Winterfell Psy Bunny, Shadow NZ 73, Twitch Willem, and Chibi Skeevan. Lady Midnight, thank you. Appreciate that. 192 bits from Somber Mink. Sparks 15 gifted a sub to Emil, to Jugga Conroy. 100 bits from Dragon Lover. 2 months from Crimson Sword 1. Good morning, guys. Long-time lurker here. Since about middle school or high school, just wanted to say that your content has gotten me through a lot, and I've now graduated from college and gotten my first job. Sending lots of loves and good vibes. Well, that's cool. It's always interesting to hear about folks that have been watching for, like, a while. Because we've been around long enough for people to be like, hey, I watched you when I was 12. Anyway, this is my family. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting up there. It's fine. We have another 5 subs. More milk bombs from Lady Midnight to a single Malt Hero, Jinsuta, Gamers 00700, Dingo Scoff, and Bystander Tim. Thank you, lady. Appreciate that. 300 bits from Jaboka, who says, I'm up, sorta. Might crash soon. Submitted 5 applications before 8 a.m. To look like a go-getter. Sending good vibes for anyone else job hunting. Yeah, good vibes. I mean, also, if you submitted 5 applications before 8 a.m., you are a go-getter. You don't look like a go-getter. That counts. You did it. You have achieved that definition. I think that counts. Also, doing that all before 8 a.m., I think makes you feel good for like the rest of the day too. So, good vibes to everyone that's doing the job hunt right now. We got 16 months from Zelda Master. Says 16 months. Thanks for all the insanity. Glad I can be part of such an amazing community. Glad you're here. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. It's equally important.
Did you see what NDL said?
Right
there.
NDL says, here's a new way of measuring your time. I've been on your Discord for so long I've had 2 kids. Now that's a measurement of time that I'm all too familiar with. I'm very, very aware of that. And I remember not David Lynch's kids like being born, like the excitement of, oh, you know, we're gonna have a kid, and then like further down the line, oh, we're gonna have another kid. So yeah. So you've
Coffee.
Not me. Not me personally. But yeah, that's that has been a measurement of time, and there's been a few people actually that have had kids. And then, well, the other measurement of time is that I've been filming my personal friends who have also had children.
Yeah.
Because Justin had, how many kids does Justin?
They have 3
kids. I always forget. It makes me feel like a very bad friend in whatever position I am. Godfather, God uncle, God. It makes me feel like a very bad God whenever I can't remember exactly how many children Justin has. I know he has a lot of children. I'm being a very, very bad God to them. Oh yeah, Dan says Ian has 3 kids too. We've never met 2 of the kids because when we were in college, his son was born, but it was after we all got out of college that he had two twin girls. So we haven't had we've never met them. It's also been a while before we talked to. It's also been a while since we talked to Ian. Every once in a while, he just shows up out of the blue. So I haven't met Bruiser.
No.
Man, it's so weird because Tom says I have one nephew, and that's the extent of who I know that has kids. That is not my experience at all. I know so many people.
Most of the people I graduated with have like 2 kids.
Yeah, almost everyone almost everyone I went to school with has kids. I'm actually one of the only people I think in the class that doesn't have kids. Me and 1 or 2 other people, maybe. Anyway. Yeah, we gotta meet Bruiser. 11 months from Juliet, 27, who says, Yahaha. 24 months. Hey! From Zaraka. Who says, 24 months from Zaraka, that's a whole 2 years, clap, clap, clap. Who says, it's been a pleasure hanging out and streaming Discord for literally years now. Oh, dang, that's so long. I mean, people are certainly welcome to just tell me what to say.
It makes it easier.
It makes it easier. Although Zaraka's just writing what
you would be saying.
What I would be saying. It's true. 8 months from Adam BL107, who says, only 1 more month till my Twitch baby and 2 weeks till my birthday. That's a good slightly belated birthday gift. Oh man, I Spy Moose gifted a sub to Spud Big Mama. Shout out to Spud Big Mama. Hope they're doing well. Continue to love that story. 8 months from the K-Talia says, just wondering if Stephen ever looked up Spanakopita. It sounds familiar. How long ago was this? Because now I don't remember what it is.
We did look it up.
Okay. So the answer is yes.
But you have forgotten.
But in typical Stephen fashion, I've already forgotten. You know, just... As with all things, just tweet it at me to send me a reminder. I remember the name, so I must have looked it up. Is it Spanakopita?
Copita.
Spanakopita. 29 months from LHMS 1704. Good morning, grandparents. Happy 29 months. How are you today? Good? I woke up to negative 15 degrees Celsius, aka 5 degrees Fahrenheit, went out for a walk. Let's just say that Norwegian winter is not fun. Have a great day. Love from Norway. Yeah, 5 degrees Fahrenheit is not typically walk weather for me. Man, was it yesterday?
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Tuesday. It was 70 degrees. It was great. It was wonderful.
My dad and Rhonda are back in Wisconsin after being in Florida for like a month.
Yeah.
And they're like, we already missed Florida. It's warm.
It's gonna get cold tonight. The low today is 27.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like, it's not great. It's not great. And we're canceling driveway time today, right? Partially because it's too cold, because it's going to get cold, but then partially because like I have some other things to do, and that's fine. What else we got? 300 bits from Ann, who says, so I've been waking up in the middle of the night lately. I grumbled about it a little bit to my mom, and my brain went, oh, so you'd rather not fall asleep at all? Grr. Hope your day is better than that. I did have a dream, actually. I remember, I woke up at like 3 a.m. I did wake up in the middle of the night because I had to go to the bathroom. And I remember when I woke up, I was like, whoa, that was a weird dream. And whenever I went to the bathroom and came back to bed, when I was laying there, I was like, I want to try and remember this because it's kind of wacky. So I just sat there and thought about it, and I actually got to recall a lot of it. Quick version, because it's just kind of weird and out there. I met up with Jarrett. We had matching t-shirts. They were mustard-covered t-shirts, and they had the Starman Deluxe enemy, and it was taking up most of the shirt. So it was like a big old, like, Starman Deluxe shirt. We met up, and we were talking about how we should really take 2 cars, because we were going to this mall, and, like, when we were done, it would have been a lot closer for him to drive home. But instead, we just took my car, except he drove my car, and also I still had the Escape. So he's driving the car, my Escape. We're both wearing these sorry, not mustard covered, not like covered in mustard. It was mustard yellow. It wasn't just, we were both wearing shirts there just covered in mustard. We're both wearing shirts, I must have meant colored. Mustard colored shirt. We're, and also Jarrett, not Jared, not 8-Bit Drummer, my friend from
high school, Jarrett.
We're driving, well, he's driving to the mall. When we get to the mall, it's an Earthbound convention. And, like, this mall, this is something that will only be useful for Thomas, but it was Myrtle Square Mall. It's just Myrtle Square Mall, straight out of the 90s.
Can you put this on the table?
Yeah. Thanks. Right? So just information just for Thomas and maybe like 2 other people. It was Myrtle Square Mall. It was alive and well in the year of our Lord 2021. There was a bunch...
I don't even remember that mall.
It was not around. Yeah. There was all of these people. I recognized a lot of people. What side of the mall? It was in the middle of the mall, where the big clock was.
I've seen photos of the clock.
Yeah. So we're in the mall. There's all of these people gathered there. There's a few other people also wearing the same shirt that me and Jarrett are wearing. It seems bizarre to me that Jarrett is there. Jarrett is not an Earthbound fan. I don't know why we were going to this Earthbound convention, but we were. There's a lot of people I knew from Starman.net. My parents were there, and I remember my mom. My mom was there, and she saw some of the other people wearing the same shirts as me, and she said, there's some people wearing the same shirts as you. Do you want to get pictures with them? And I was like, Mom, they just have the same shirt as me. I don't know them. Just because we have the same shirt doesn't mean I know who they are. And she goes, oh. She's like, do you want a picture with them anyway? And I was like, no. Also, it was very funny because that element of the story is like very much like parents taking their, like
kid to the mall.
Yeah, like young teenage person to the like 12, 13 to the mall. But in the dream, I'm still in my 30s, so I don't know why they're there. So we're all standing around there, and everyone's like, no, Tom, my parents were not wearing a shirt. They were wearing normal parent shirts. So we're all standing around. We're all like, everyone's like talking and stuff. And then everyone like moves away a little bit, and Toby Fox is there. And Toby's in the center of everyone, and everyone's kind of like moved back a little bit from Toby. And Toby goes, "Won't anyone wrestle me?" And everyone is standing around, and everyone's like, "No, we don't want to. I don't want to mess with Toby." And like I knew Toby, so I was like, "Oh, this will be fun. Like it'll make everyone, it'll give everyone a big jolly to to see people wrestling Toby." So I was like, "All right." So then I walk forward and I was like, "Toby, I'll wrestle you." And he goes, "All right." So then we like do this really big, like grandiose thing where I'm like, I remember I jump up in the air and I'm like, "Ah!" And everything's like super exaggerated. And like I'm on the floor of the mall with a crowd of people wearing Earthbound shirts gathered around, and I'm wrestling Toby Fox. And it's all like, it's not like to actually wrestle, it's to like to make a spectacle of something. Anyway, that was around the time I woke up. And I was like, man, that sounds not that far removed from what the Starman.net conventions actually were. I'm not... That really wasn't that weird. Anyway, I don't know what Toby's up to, but I hope he's well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a long time, so...
2016.
2016.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Right.
Was that before or after, like, FanGamerCon?
I don't remember. Chaz says, this week at Kohl's, a big sale on normal parent shirts.
See, I had a dream that was strange.
Oh, yeah?
You can eat your toast while I tell it.
Okay. I like how I'm like, we had 1 million alerts, and I'm like, let me stop to tell you this dream.
I had a dream we were over at your parents', and the living room was still the old living room.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a migraine, but, like, I was supposed to go work at Culver's. My Culver's that I worked at when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I can't do this. I'm so dizzy and my head hurts. And then you got an email from, like, a vlog watcher who was like, I can go to work for you. Don't worry about it. I'm just around the corner. And they sent, like, a Google map of, like, your parents' neighborhood, and they had, like, a pin on a house down the street. And they were like, I live right here. I'll just go to Culver's. And that was about it.
That's convenient. Just so you know. Are you having midlife crises? Maybe. I mean, my dream's not that weird. It sounds weird, but it's not that weird. So, I mean, you know, yours is a little strange. But I guess maybe not as strange as mine, depending on who you ask. But, like, the interesting things about dreams is that you can usually pinpoint why you remember certain things. Like, there's little things that you know.
I can't from that dream at all. There's nothing that I can link it to.
So, like, Jarrett was in my dream because I actually pretty recently had a conversation with Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. The escape was in the dream because it was my car forever, I guess. I don't know. And in my head, that's still my car. Oh. I still have not driven the Subaru enough for that to be my car. That's not my car. The escape is my car.
That's not what you look for in the parking lot.
It's true. It's true. You know, the fact that there was an Earthbound shirt immediately turned all of the NPCs in the dream, the extras in the dream, into, you know, people from that community, which is then why Toby was there. Mm-hmm. Why it was at Myrtle Square Mall, I have no idea. But the fact that it was at Myrtle Square Mall might be why my parents were in there. Because all of a sudden we're at this mall, I look up and see the mall, and I'm like, oh, this is where my parents took me when I was a kid. Champ says, and wrestling was in the dream. Okay, yeah, there's some things... some things, you know, it's harder to explain. I haven't watched wrestling... Actually, no! Actually, and this is a stretch, but, you know, the brain holds on to, like, really small bits of information. On Discord yesterday, we were talking about we were talking about the GameStop stock, and people were going back and forth about it. And one of the users had mentioned about the WWE stock, and I think it was largely unrelated to the conversation. Just something that they specifically, if they could own a stock, that's what they'd want to own. And then there was a little tiny back and forth about WWE with like some animated GIFs. My brain must have latched onto that. And it was like, just store this for later, just in case. And that must be why. That's the only thing that I can think of. Who's the good? And, I mean, that's the other thing, is that we've been watching Sumo for, 3 weeks. Although this definitely wasn't Sumo. This was like World Wrestling Federation, so... Man. So yeah, I can actually even figure out where that came from. So it's all, the pieces are in there. The brain is super strange. It's my brand of Sumo. Take a drink. All right, we really do have to make some progress on alerts. We're not doing good this morning. 27 months from Rachel, I Spy Moose. Wow, 3 Twitch babies. I've certainly got a lot of Twitch kiddos now. Hope you have a great day, and I'm happy to be back at the morning streams. Glad you're here, and I hope everything's going all right. 23 months from Azelle with Knee. Watching the Katamari episode with Ursa Major as I organized my 20-plus rolls of washi tape, thinking about getting more, and I only started this month. Journaling's been good for my mental health, so I'm thankful for this, thanks to Mao. Also, almost 2 years. Shout out to everyone that's doing journaling this year. And if you didn't start already and you're interested, you just start whenever you want.
Yeah.
Just pick up a book and write down your thoughts. It's helpful. 6 months from That Gamer Gerbil. Wow, 6 months. Can't believe it's been already that long. Sorry, I've swapped some words. Already been that long. 300 bits from Caber29. I had a work meeting scheduled for the whole morning, but it got changed to tomorrow. Yay! Well, that's nice.
Now you can be here.
Because we don't stream on Friday mornings. 8 months from grandson Brambo. Half of 16. Or just 16. 500 bits from Elfie, who says, I'm here to spread some joy and celebrate. We just welcomed a new addition to the family. My sister just had her little boy. Nice. Congratulations to your sister. And then I guess by extension, like your whole family. That's awesome. That's awesome. People are getting digital kiddos this morning, and then also Elfie's sister is getting a real kiddo. A little more work than a digital kiddo, just a little, just a tiny bit. 300 bits from Waste and Eon. It says, morning, Stephen and Mal. Can I get the good vibes for the pounding headache I woke up with? Yeah, good vibes. Good vibes. Headaches are something that I don't typically deal with, and whenever I finally do get one, it's alarming because it's something I don't have very often.
Yeah.
And sometimes the only way I can really deal with it is to just like take a nap. It's like a reset for my brain. I'm like, man, I'll just have to try and fall asleep for 30 minutes and hope that I can get through it.
I have a variety of them I frequently get.
Mal gets headaches enough where she has types.
Yeah.
It'll be this type of headache or this type of headache. Because sometimes...
The cluster ones are the worst.
Because sometimes you know that you can just take a pill or something and it'll just take a little time. So, I dealt with headaches a lot when I was younger. And then just kind of stopped. 29 months from Danny, who says, 2-9, too fine. Last month, I can make a joke like this. I mean, next month you can do like 3-0 Mio. You'll have a little more time to work on it. There's probably something better than that. You'll figure it out. 300 bits from... Yeah, 3 good. 300 bits from DC Racer. It says, can I get some good vibes for my transport phenomena exam today? I woke up and my anxiety is through the roof. Yeah, good vibes. Good vibes. if you have studied and you have slept, you'll be okay. One of the things I think that helps is to just kind of give yourself a little mantra of like, I know this information. I will be okay. And then I guess for anyone that's got an exam today, I'm sure DC Race is probably not the only one. Good vibes to all of those folks as well. Exams are just stressful. Just the idea of like getting tested on information. But you got it. You can do it. 300 from Light Rock, who says, morning grandparents, just here to give a shout out to Patron Gaming for the fun and chaotic time we have during game nights. Also, mango. I was going to say a fruit. Couldn't remember a fruit that we had.
Papaya.
Yeah, but we have. Do we have any? Do we have any fruit?
We have dried mangoes.
We're going to get scurvy.
We have applesauce and stuff.
We do have applesauce. We still have, like... People don't normally measure applesauce in, like, liters, but we have many liters of applesauce.
We also probably have some canned oranges or,
Yeah, we have mandarins.
peaches.
We have mandarins. Also, I'm glad folks are enjoying the gaming nights. There's a lot of people doing some fun stuff over there. Thomas, you want to do beans? You can do beans. If you want. Just help yourself. At any time, just bean it up. Oh my god.
Brandon, I got dried mangoes from Costco. They were great.
Roll me up a big old rug and lay it on the floor so my living room will look nice, but I've already got a nice one, so maybe just a nice one for my patio. Sorry, I'm thinking about the home renovations. That was hard to read. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it. Also, the older you get, the more you care about rugs.
Why are rugs so expensive, though?
Right? They're so expensive. There's a lot of things in my life. Rugs have been one of them. Where like you just Thomas is just a walk. There's a lot of things in your life where you just end up buying a cheaper thing.
Yeah.
Because you tell yourself, you're like, a nice one of these will have to be a someday purchase. And then you just do that for a long time. Because that was the extent of our 20s completely. And even into our 30s now, there's still a lot of that where like sometimes we need a thing and I'm like, I'm just going to get the cheap thing. And I tell myself, I'm like, that's going to be a sometime thing.
What you can do
sometime
is sometimes you can find carpet stores who have a binding machine. And you can get a piece of carpet cut to the size you want, and they'll bind the edge. So it's not sharp, because they can be sharp. And then you just have a cheaper rug.
Sassy says, Lisa rug. Ah! That gives me anxiety. The idea of leasing a rug gives me immense anxiety. Someone spills something on the rug, and I'm like, no.
Cassie says, I did not know that. You probably want to get like some pad for underneath too, because it's like, if you have like a nice wooden floor, you wouldn't want to throw that down on, because it's sharp on the bottom too. But if you're throwing it on carpet, whatever.
Tom says, I had a cheap red rug that would not stop shedding. Years later, I'd find fibers from that red rug everywhere. Yeah, I've definitely owned, I mean, like, rugs that do that, and then also a variety of other stuff, like towels and things like that. And it's one of those things, like, you know that it's happening, but you're not gonna fix it. Chad says a couch. Oh my god, the
flaky couch.
The flaky couch. The faux leather couch. A lot of people thought it was because the cats were tearing up the couch, and that wasn't it. It was just a really crappy couch. It flaked on its own. Oh, that couch. We found pieces of that couch everywhere forever.
I haven't seen them in a long time, though.
But again, we bought that couch at Big Lots.
Yeah.
It was a super cheap couch.
We got rid of it when we moved out of the apartment.
Yeah. Will by himself
single-handedly
picked up the couch, took it down the stairs, and threw it onto his trailer. Everyone was trying to collectively get it. It was we had 4 people on it, and Will was like, "Move out of the way," and just picked up the whole thing. And I was like, "Holy crap! Don't get on Will's bad side; he'll kill you." Anyway. This is probably one of the only mornings Will's not here, so. 15 months from Ray the Book Ninja, who says, another month passed already. Very behind on Breath of the Wild VODs as love in between the content. Been very busy for months now. Hope you both have a lovely day, and as always, thanks for being amazing people. Well, thank you. And, I hope at some point you'll get a chance to catch all the Breath of the Wild stuff. We actually just had someone say, I think on Tuesday, that they just caught up on all the VODs. But there's a lot at this point. We've been doing it for, half a year? Half a year. So. Hey! Sab. Morning. Again, we have a lot of folks here.
Yeah.
A lot of folks here. Is that how many we're at? 28? Holy crap. Really?
It is.
I'd believe it. There's quite a few. We got 25 months from Ange Min. 85 says 25 months. 8 months from Opal Siren. Good morning. I've had a busy week so far, so a nice chill stream is what I need today. Good chill music coming in as I read that too. That's a good sign. 300 bits from Colin McVicker, who just says clown. 100 bits from Aldo. Light Rock gives a sub to Raxo64. 300 bits from Am in Iowa with the Peggy Star Rain. 25 months for Shaman, who says, I cut out soda/caffeine completely back in November, and it feels great. My stomach no longer hurts severely after eating literally anything, so that's good. Still can't digest stuff like coffee, though. I mean, it can make a big difference in your life.
Yeah.
It really can. And then also, for sodas, especially because of the sugar, I've known a few people that have cut out soda, and they've actually had fairly immense and quick weight loss. They stopped drinking soda for a month and lost considerable weight just super quick, just from stopping soda. So there are certainly benefits to cutting out soda or caffeine, and everyone's bodies are different, and everyone responds to caffeine completely differently too. So Thomas says, I lost 8 pounds this year from it. Nice. Wait, this year? This year?
Yeah.
January?
Yeah.
Because that's real good. Anyway, that's a good example of what I'm talking about, though. I remember my grandfather was... Okay, my grandfather wasn't Pepsi Man. Not like the superhero, but he was a Pepsi man. I mean, he drank Pepsi
all the time. All the time.
And my mom at some point was like, "Hey, stop drinking so much Pepsi," because he had just a little bit of a gut, and he stopped the Pepsi, and I think it was in the span of... And he was
tall and thin like you.
Yeah. And I mean, he drank Pepsi basically every meal. And whenever he finally stopped drinking the Pepsi, he lost, I think, 20 or 25 pounds, almost immediately. It was Pepsi weight, essentially, And, dieting and all that stuff is far more detailed, and there's more to it than that. But, as a starting point, that can be really, really helpful, so. And it's not that you can never have soda ever again, But...
One of my teachers in middle school was one of those Mountain Dew people.
Pepsi pouch. Yeah.
And he would have Mountain Dew multiple times every day. He always had a can of Mountain Dew.
We've talked about my Mountain Dew friend who had who had not convulsions. Where is it when you're shaken because you need a thing?
Withdrawal.
That's the word. Yeah. Anyway, also Peggy arrived. probably to offer us a Pepsi. 2033 bits from I Know How to Spell Karma says, dermatologist, hater, soldiers tremble. It's Peggy. Wait, dermatologist, hater? I mean, I think a lot of people, haters is a sign of ingress. And everyone needs internet. Darling Aces gifted a sub to Human Brian. Thank you, Darling Aces. 30 bits from Sparkstrike, who says, don't mind me, just hopping on the train. Letting everyone know exactly
how far behind you are?
Yeah. Yeah. Chess says because exposure to Peggy melts the skin. Ah, okay. 301 bits from Andrew in the Kitchen with the Danny X3 Slurp. Star, it's a frightening. That's a big old tongue. Also 300 from Danny X6 with the Slurp Star Rain. 300 from Cabri, who says, morning train. 2 months from Kenji, who says, 2 month sub from your very own Uncle Grandson. 100 bits from Lady Midnight. 301 from Squid with the Kep Star Rain. 5 months from Rizo Luca, who says, morning internet grandparents. I'm so glad my schedule can accommodate for streams this semester. I've also had time to make breakfast. Quick question, chat can answer too. Do you have a go-to coffee mug that you tend to grab first in the morning? We don't.
No. We
don't. Although I feel like that answer for most people would be yes. But we don't, just because we have so many that have
whatever one is in front for us.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, today, what is today? The 28th, 28th, 29th, 30th. Oh, it's like 4 days. For the next, I think it's like 3 or 4 days. Yeah. That. StephenShop.com is doing 10% off. Renee and Fossix were both there like, button! Steven Shop's doing 10% off until February 1st. I got an email from Teespring, and they're like, hey, tell your community to use the code BUYBLUES and they can save 10%. And I was like, okay. So, but actually both of these mugs
are on there.
Unfortunately, we don't have, I'm fortunate we don't have one of your mugs up here. These mugs, and also the Heart of the Wild shirt and stuff, is all 10% off. So if you've been thinking about ordering something, the next 4 days is good because it's 10% off. So if you don't have a coffee mug and you're like, man, I really want a go-to coffee mug, now you can get one. 431 bits from Fossix, which says, join in the high P, I guess. We got a decent amount of snow on Tuesday, and it suddenly got cold last night, so now it's negative 14 Celsius, or 7 Fahrenheit, or negative 22 Celsius, negative 8 Fahrenheit with wind chill. These are too cold.
Yeah.
These are all too cold. I mean, one time I got to experience 50 below.
With wind chill.
With wind chill. That was in Chicago. So that was bad, but it was brief. It was walking from a...
It was that cold when you got to Appleton.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was cold.
It was very cold, yes. That was canceling school weather.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Fossix says, I took a walk in that last night, and it was an experience, TM. Yeah, the thing is, at a certain point, it's
just cold.
Well, it's just cold, but then also, like, at a certain point, it's, like, kind of dangerous, right? Like,
yeah.
if you have to have, like, every little inch of yourself, like, covered up. And
I don't remember the exact temperature where it starts being a concern.
Yeah, and you can't be outside.
But, like, negative 50
long.
is like not long.
Yeah, that's
if you're not covered up properly.
Like, depending on where you live, like, you have to go outside for a certain amount of time to do certain things, even if it's just outside to, like, get the crap off your car so you can, like, go.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is cold. That's really cold. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to head north.
There were some times in elementary school we couldn't have recess because it was too cold. They just put us in the gym.
Okay.
Those were the worst recesses.
That happened to us too. I promise you that the temperature scale was very different But there were times that recess was also inside because it was too cold. Everyone can laugh, but that's the Southeast. An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to KT of the Wild. Dragon Love 9000 with the 100 bits. 4 months from Smash Bryman. 300 from Waisane, and it says, "Hi, P-Train made me do it. Choo-choo." Thomas says they just made us stand outside. That was mean. Yeah, I don't remember what temperature it would be where they would have to have us inside. But like, there were definitely times where it was like, it's too cold to play outside. And also, I think maybe the kids probably just didn't want to go outside. None of us are used to it. We're all we're all from South Carolina. So
we had rules about if you were allowed like into the snow or not. Like you had to have like boots, snow pants, coat, mittens, hat. Otherwise, you had to stand on the blacktop and play, because that would be plowed off with the snow. They'd push all the snow off, and it would be dry. You had to stay on the pavement.
Too many rules. Vegetable Store Bay gifted 2 subs to Nintendork 64 and X It's Pepper. 3 to 6 bits from Platinum Pikachu with the 8-bit Star Rain. Anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Dragon Lover 9000. 300 from Noah, who says, "Here's the return of the science fact since I'm in anatomy this semester. If you were to line up all of your cardiac vasculature, not only would you die, but it would also stretch 12,500 to 60,000 miles. You don't know I would die. What if it's still all connected? Just stretch me out too. It'll be fine. I just want to briefly be, 12,000 miles long. You'd probably die, maybe. There's no guarantee. I guess we can't test this. An anonymous gifter gives a sub to Hutaba. Kazumi gives a sub to Danny16. 300 bits from Cassie says, "Getting on that train. PSA for Animal Crossing fans. The Makeup Collection launch is today at 10 a.m. PST." When is the Peacock
Festival?
Is that what it is? Festivale?
I don't know.
It's like sometime. I thought. February.
I watched the thing and then I forgot immediately.
Same. I watched it and was like, Peacock. And then I just don't remember it all. It's like, I forget this. 100 bits from Throwdown. Kazumi gives a sub to Sparks 15. 100 bits from Wonderlive. 29 months from Swiftlow says, "It's time for the Legend of Link, Breath of the Egg." Cross my streams. Need more coffee. God, I wish I could play a game called Breath of the Egg. Wait, isn't that just Link's Awakening?
Yeah.
Breath of the Egg. Breath of the Egg is just Link's Awakening. 3 months from Wolfley 1513, who says, 3 months, can't believe that. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for everything you do. You're welcome. Happy to make stuff. 300 from Angeman85. Anonymous Gifter gives a sub to Master Link FD. We got 500 bits from Azel with an E, who says, "Hype train." Well, continuing what I said. I just got a 6-pack of dispensers that can hold like 5 rolls of washi tape, or normal tape, I guess, that stack on each other, under $20 on Amazon.
Cool.
You got the itch here?
Yeah.
He goes in slow motion. He starts itching, and then he like just freezes and then goes in slow motion. You get it? All better? Bunch of crap fell out, so yeah, I guess so. He's not very... I mean, him and Sagan both have never been good at, like, cleaning ears. Rocco never had that problem. Rocco never had that problem. You're just not good at cleaning them.
What did the vet say? The vet gave Kepi a voice and was like, "I have people for that. I don't need to do that."
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, it's... I mean, and like we'll deal with it, but he just is not, for as cleanly as he is otherwise, and he's a pretty cleanly cat.
He's always
just
bathing.
Doesn't deal with his ears. You just don't.
No.
But you're getting crap out, so I guess you're doing it now. Okay. Good work. 18 months from Bored Turtle, who says sleep. 300 bits from Summer Essentia. Hold on a sec. There we go. Good morning. I mentioned this about half a year ago now, but it's now been just about a year since I was dumped in a terrible way by my ex, and I just wanted to take a moment to remind everyone that time really does heal wounds. I'm doing so much better now, and if anyone is going through something similar, I want you to know that things will get better and that I believe in you. Love and good vibes to you all. Good vibes. Well, that was nice. Yeah, I mean, the phrase "time does heal all wounds" is true, and it's really hard to know that when things happen.
Yeah.
But I guess that also is why the phrase is "time heals all wounds." Like, you need time to get away from the event, whether that is a tragedy or something that happens with a relationship. There's so many different things that can happen, and as you get away from it, it does get better. So I think that's a good thing to hear today, and I'm sure that there's some folks here that may need to hear that. So, Spirit Tim says, or a physical wound. Yes, that also might be where the phrase comes from.
Mr. Gameboy says, if anyone needs a brotherly figure to punch someone, I'm your guy. When I went to college, I'm the oldest, of my grandma's grandchildren who's a girl. I have 2 older boy cousins on that side.
Yeah.
And the oldest one messaged me when I went to college, and he's like, listen, if anyone's giving you a hard time, just let me know. I'll come up there and punch them. And then he said the same thing to Carly, and then the younger cousins too, whenever they went off to college.
And he said the same thing to you when we started dating.
Oh yeah.
He's like, just, if he acts up, let me know. And of course,
he's like, I know you don't have an older brother, so.
Thomas says, my brother just said, if anyone gives you a hard time, I'll punch you. Bless that man. Anyway, that person, by the way, ended up being Ryan.
Yeah.
And Ryan's on the vlog. I mean, there's times where I
hung out with him.
I helped him shoot
a proposal. Yeah.
For his, I mean, at the time then girlfriend. Now they've been married for many years, and they have a kid. So that was fun. We have clips of you giving Mal black eye. No, you don't. The only time I gave Mal black eye was when the vlog wasn't. I don't think the vlog was happening. And that was an accident. It was. We've since learned, to be a little more careful. Oops, Bonja. Oh yeah, that. You didn't wind up with a black eye from that.
No.
That's good. People haven't heard that story. Quick version. Still a bunch of alerts. Quick version. When Mal and I were dating, this was before the vlog ever started.
First time I came down here to visit you.
First time Mal came to visit, we were standing in my parents' kitchen, and there was something on the ground that we were looking at.
Or you were looking in a cabinet. I don't know.
I don't remember what it was. I thought it was in front of the refrigerator or something on the ground.
It was in front of the sink.
I disagree. Anyway, I was leaned over looking at it really close, and then Mal was leaned over me trying to see what I saw, but I didn't know that she was behind me. So, when I was done, I was like, okay, and then I just lifted my head up, and when I did, my skull hit her in the eye. And my parents were there because we were all looking at whatever this was, and my mom was, horrified and said that she was never going to come back.
Oh, she was giving you a hard time.
She was giving me a hard time.
It was really funny.
Yeah. Anyway, you came back.
Yeah.
And
she was telling you about how your grandfather would give, a hard time to his daughter's boyfriends and tried to scare them on purpose. And your mom was like, yeah, my dad would have been real upset if
Yeah.
And she's like, and Mallory's dad's gonna be so mad.
It was fun. And there's been, I think zero black eyes since then.
Yeah.
Except when I listen. From here to here is approximately 8 feet long. So there's a lot of range, and if I'm like, oh man, I move my arms too much.
Cassie says, what did Mel's dad say?
Too much limb. Thank you, Chad.
There's something about my dad's family where it's, like, I don't know, we pick on each other a lot. And there was something growing up, like, we always
underselling this a lot.
We kind of always, like, just slightly hit each other.
I knew that I was accepted into the family when Mark just started hitting me. Because at some point, he just started hitting me. Like, we'd be sitting there and he would just go, what? And just whack me. And I was like, and it hurt. And I was like, I must be accepted into the family. And like, if he's comfortable enough to just whack me, I'm like, all right, this must be love. Thomas says it's a love
That's
tap.
what he calls it. Sometimes he'll just text me and be like, hit Stephen for me.
Yeah, it's an acceptance thing. It's not how my family showed affection, but, every family is different. Every family is different. It was like in college, whenever I had only been in college for a short time, and Alex was like Alex was punching me. And I was like, he's like, we just punch each other. I'm like, no, we don't. I was like, you know how that phrase says we punch each other? I was like, how many times have I ever punched you? And he's like, I guess never. And he's like, well, punch me. And I'm like, no. He stopped eventually. Thomas says, if you had an older brother, you'd understand. Yeah, I know. It's definitely an only child thing. When I was growing up, I didn't have anyone to punch or be punched. That was not a thing. And, it's very alarming to suddenly room with someone, and they're just like, they just slug you, and you're like, and they're like, well, it's just the thing we do. We just hit each other. And I'm like, no, it's not. It is not, and it never will be.
He must have been very comfortable with you, Alex.
Yeah, right?
Like, you say this like it was like 2 days after you became roommates.
Oh, it was a very short amount of time.
And he was like, oh yeah, I forget you're not my brother.
Less than a week after we were rooming together, he was punching me. And I was like, at some point I was like, listen, you have to stop this. Like, I don't hit you. You shouldn't hit me. But yeah, I'm sure it just meant that he was very comfortable with me. So that's good. Seb says, I have two older... Zoom in? Well, not on purpose. Oh, what? Sorry, I'll fix it. There you go. Seb says, I have 2 older brothers. They didn't hit me because if they did, there was hell to pay. Nice. Sab made sure that law and order was always in place. Anyway, still have so many alerts to go through. 11 months from Midnight. Thank you. 300 from Kimikawa says, Japan fact. For the bean throwing festival on February 2nd, children throw beans at demons to drive out bad luck and then eat a large sushi roll called ihomaki while facing a particular direction for good luck. This year's direction is south-southeast.
I just learned about that, but I didn't know the direction for this year.
There you go. Posik says, Setsubun. Neat. Also, the most interesting piece of information here is that demons hate beans. That's my favorite part of all of this. It's like, The Exorcist had it all wrong. They should have been throwing beans at that little girl. Her head's spinning. Grab the black-eyed peas. It's a well-known demon fact. Anyway, 100 bits from Human Brian. Thank you. Lady Midnight 97 subscribed. Welcome. 2 months from Tom Miranda 07. Good morning, all. I hope everyone has a good Thursday. Thanks, Tom. You too. I think it's going to be a good Thursday, actually. I really do. I have good feelings about today. 301 bits from Pickletron with the NCS Happy Cookie, Star Rain. 300 bits from Waste and Aeon, who just says, train. We're still at the train. We're getting through it, I promise. An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Pokemon Princess 98. 500 bits from Mr. Game Boy says, Steven, I think it's finally time to say you have graduated. You can say thermodynamics with issue, most of the time. I think we are going to have to find a new word that you struggle with. Well, I would assume that, like any other skill, it's just a practice thing. And that chat has given me a lot of practice. So I have now gotten to the point where I can say the word. But at some point, I'll struggle with some other word, and the chat will be like, that's the one, that's the word.
That's the new word.
That's the new word. And then it's really a collective speech course, really, because the chat just makes me say it enough until I can say it. It's helpful. It's helpful. 6 months from Brand New Guy says, hello, this is the first time I ever bought myself a sub. Love watching everything you guys do. I love watching the early vlogs. They're really helping me get through school. Well, that's cool. Yeah, it's college feels like a million years ago to me, but I know a lot of people, even when we were releasing it, it was helpful for people that were in high school because it gave them something to look forward to, but it helped them not be so scared of the idea of college. I think was the big thing, is because it's this new thing, it's scary.
I feel like that would have helped me because I was the first person to go to college in my family.
Same.
I had no idea what to expect. I had never done like an overnight tour college. I never toured. I never did any of that.
Yeah.
And I was
concerned.
I did not feel well the first night in my dorm because I was so anxious.
Yeah. That's I'm glad that can help folks in some way, because it's, college, the idea of college is scary, but once you're actually there, I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed college about 10 times more than high school. And I didn't hate
Agreed.
high school. Like, some people really struggle through high school, and I didn't hate high school. High school was fine. It was fine. But I really enjoyed college. Mostly because I enjoyed just the experience and stuff.
It was a lot of fun to just join different groups and oh, there's a swing dance thing that you can go take swing dance lessons.
Yeah.
Or I found a lot of friends through a Mystery Science Theater group that met every Thursday night, and we'd watch 2 episodes. Yeah. And I'm still in contact with a lot of those people.
Yeah. And like Jacebook says, it gives you a choice of what to study, so it's more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just inherently more interesting because you get to choose what you want to do. It was a really cool feeling. It was a really cool feeling. I'm not gonna lie at all. Super cool feeling to go to my first film class and be like, what? You can learn about this in school? Because school is just so it's history, it's math, it's language, and that's it. So to actually go to a class for something that you're really interested in, and they're talking about things that you want to know about, it's great. It's really great. 10 months from Pete Cow, who says 10 months. Wow, that was fast. We got 305 bits from Pickletron with the Luca gift, Star Rain. Kazuumi's got the Danny X3 Slurp Star Rain, and then Sparks has got the Bruiser Star Rain. Gotta meet that cat. 500 bits from Aspiring Writer 95. Good morning, grandparents in chat. I'm unfortunately going to lurk today due to me not working from home this week, but wanted to wish everyone a happy Thursday and good vibes. Thank you, Aspiring Writer. And to everyone who's back at work, back at the office, hope your day goes well. 300 bits from Mad and Satsy. Late today because I had to pick up meds. Let's see how long it's going to be before I get sick. Well, whatever. I've got snacks for weeks.
Oh.
Solace, right? You're looking for... At least there's snacks. That's what I told Mal. I was like, even if we run out of food, if we ran out of food, we've got so many granola bars in this house. We overdid it on food.
Yeah.
We overdid it on the snacks.
Mm-hmm.
Because we already had a good bit of snacks, and before Extra Life, I was like, everyone's gonna want to eat snacks all the time. And I bought too many, and it's clear that we have way too many snacks in the house.
We do.
But you still like granola bars, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you're going to be liking them for a long time. Oh, and Toast Chi. Mal didn't know what...
I can't have them.
I know. Well, they're not for you. But Mal didn't even know what Toast Chi were. Those two words together, that means something to some of you, I'm sure. Toast Chi.
I couldn't have them most of my
Okay,
life.
I'm getting some whats. Hold
How
on.
would
Someone
I know
knows.
what they were?
Thomas says it's a pack of nabs. Gosh darn it, Thomas. Nobody knows what a nab is. Okay, there's way too many people that don't know what this is. Toast, toast, chi.
Cassie knows.
Chee. There are far fewer people that know what toast chi is than I thought.
That's what they're called. It says so on the packaging.
Nabs?
No, toast chi.
Oh yeah, they're not called nabs. It's not a nab. Sapphire Becky says, I know Lance crackers. Yeah, you got it. Toast chi. Thomas, if you can find a photo of the toast chi, they're not nabs. If you can find a picture, you can show it, or any mods. I mean, if you know what you're looking for, I just know that Thomas knows what he's looking for. They're toast chi, Lance toast chi crackers. Some people probably just called them Lance crackers, which is fine, but they say toast chi in big letters, like on the front. There we go. Thomas found it. Did it show up yet?
No.
There it is.
Toast chi.
I mean, that's it. That's what they are. Some folks would call those Lance snack crackers. And now everyone's like, oh, those are toast chi. But that's their name. It's in big text, but a lot of people don't remember them.
Nabs.
Thomas is the only person that calls them nabs. They're not called nabs. Sandwich crackers is acceptable. You're learning so much. Everyone gets to learn so many things. Thursday says, I called them crackers. I mean, that's also correct. Crackers, sandwich crackers.
Coffee.
Toast chi. Nabs. I'd never heard nabs until Thomas. We actually had this conversation on Saturday night
2 weeks ago?
Game friend time. Like, it was a few weeks ago. It came up and Thomas was like, we called them nabs. And I was like, I've never heard that in my entire life. That was extremely regional to just Thomas's house. Because I've never heard nabs before. There was an attempt at linking a thing, but there's a comma in there, and that's going to mess up that URL. 500 bits from Sparks15. Who says 500 bits from Sparks15. Got me. 8 months from I Know How to Spell Karma. It says 8 months of grandparents. I can't think of anything funny, so I just want to say I really enjoy Breakfast Stream. Somehow it helps me do my work. I mean, I'm glad it does. I'm glad that it maybe puts you like in a good headspace in order to get some stuff done. Maybe that's it. 22 months from Sudabite says, it feels like it was only yesterday I was watching you walk down the streets of Boston in a Fallout costume. Oh wait, it was! I'm a couple days behind on my YouTube subscriptions. Good morning, e-grandparents.
Good morning.
Good morning. Fun fact, I'm actually making pretty good progress on the next 2018 vlog already. The next 2018 vlog is really weird because it's the first day that we go to PAX. And I gotta tell you, it's real strange. It's real strange to like see
a convention
center full of people. I haven't been terribly affected by like the past is weird until now. But seeing a million people in a convention hall, that was weird. That was like, oh, that's a thing that is not real. Anyway, look forward to that. 300 bits from an outspoken Carmen says, oh god, I had a college dream too, but I was just worrying about a chemistry final. Thank god I'm 2 years past exams. Good vibes to the students out there. Yeah, that's one of the advantages of being out of school for
a while.
10 years, is that I really don't have very many school dreams. Only dreams where I wrestle Toby Fox. 300 from Pickletron. I watched you guys when I was 19 and still am 19 since I watched the memorable moment yesterday. What's that? What's that Mitch Hedberg joke? Oh, it's slightly less appropriate than I remembered, but it came to me. I was like...
This is a picture of me when I was younger.
What?
Isn't every photo of you when you were younger?
Oh, we had different jokes.
Oh.
The joke I was thinking of was, I used to do drugs.
Oh.
I still do, but I used to, too. Rest in peace, Mitch Hedberg. 300 bits from Squid, who says, speaking of weird dreams, I remember one from a couple years ago where I was in a hospital needing to get my appendix out, and I thought, hey, this is like Steven. And then you showed up. I hope that you don't actually have to get your appendix out. Also, that would be a wild dream. Like, if you had pain that was bad enough where you passed out, and they got you to a hospital and they took out your appendix, but while you were out, you had a dream that you had an appendectomy. So then you woke up and you're like, man, I had a dream I had an oh my God! It's probably happened to someone. 300 bits from Cork. He says, can I get some good vibes today? It is my birthday, but also I've had a medical issue that is making today stressful. Could definitely use vibes so that it all goes well.
Happy birthday and good vibes.
Happy birthday and good vibes. Good birthday and happy vibes. Hope that the stress of today is minimized as much as it possibly can. It should definitely be minimized on your birthday. 7 months from Go Mega Nintendo, who says, I heard that you guys keep a journal back in the end of year streams. I wanted to ask, how important is it to you to get an entry in every day? What do you do if you miss a day? Keep all the love all the content you make. Keep warm.
I think, and I saw this on Hobonichi's Instagram, I think. It was someone who was making a social media post for them. Mm-hmm. And they said that when they look back and they see, an empty day, they think, I must have had a really good day that day that I didn't write something.
Yeah.
And that says something even as a blank page.
Yeah. Yeah. And also there's I think the biggest thing, I don't personally keep a journal. Mal's the one who keeps the journal, but I think the big important thing is to just remember that it's not a job.
Yeah.
It's something that you do for you and that you define what you want it to be. So like if the idea is stressing you out of like, oh man, at the end of the day I'm gonna have to write a few paragraphs, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Sometimes I do a drawing, and
sometimes you do like little bullet points of just...
I do, and sometimes I'll look up journal prompts on like Pinterest or wherever, like just search like journal prompts.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, this one speaks to me, and I'll write about it.
Spiffla has a good point. Well, okay, I don't keep a written journal. How about that? That qualifies then. Fossix gifted a sub to Nightbot. Hey, Fossix. 16 months from Boffinoff says 16. 12 months from T-Mug Celeste. Thank you for the year of laughs and comfort, celebrating this morning with warm cinnamon apples and pancakes.
Ooh, cinnamon apples.
Oh my God, I have not had cinnamon apples in a bit. I'm jealous. Cinnamon apples is something I always love to order from
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. Really like the cinnamon apples. There's also very few restaurants where you can order those.
Yeah.
It's not a common menu item, but they have them. 19 months from King Calamari. I stopped drinking soda 4 years ago, and I experienced that weight loss even though I didn't have too much weight to lose. The sodaless life is nice, though. Would recommend. I did a soda challenge in college. Anyone that's watched like some of the really old vlogs may have seen it, where the whole dorm stopped drinking soda at home for a month, 2 months. Forget what the specifications were. We were allowed to drink soda. We were allowed to drink soda when we went out to eat, because a lot of times we ordered like a combo and it came
with a drink.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dan says I didn't last a week on the soda challenge. Everyone's moving at their own pace. That's fine. That's fine. I did all right. But also there's other things to drink too. So like some people really like tea, green tea or whatever, and you can replace soda with that.
Sparkling water.
Or sparkling water. There's things that can be replacements. So if you don't like some of those things, it does get harder. Dan says, I only drink 1 a day now. I mean, that's an improvement, just because I know how much soda was being consumed, not just by you, but like by everyone in college. It was a lot. I probably drink 1 soda a week. Is about how much I drink now. We buy a big thing of the 36 packs of Coke. I'll drink it if I get an eye migraine, because that tends to make it go away. But I don't get eye migraines a lot. I probably get them once every month, something like that. So on a normal like week, I probably just have like 1 soda, usually on Saturday night. Never a morning Coke. It's just a Thomas thing. 300 bits from Shy says 300 bits from Shy that says 300 bits from Shy that says 300 bits from Shy that says Eminem. You feeling all right, Steven? Listen, you write what it says, and I'll read what it says. Oh yeah, Thomas cut out soda completely, right?
Yeah.
So no more morning Coke. That's right, no more morning Coke this year. Okay. That's an old... Sorry. Morning Coke is old Thomas. There's nothing to replace. It's just like...
New and improved Thomas.
New and improved Thomas drinks water. Thomas, did you replace morning Coke with another flavored beverage, or you just went straight water? Water and black coffee. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's a good combo. It's primarily what I drink. It's just water and black coffee. And I have tea. Usually have tea in the evenings, coffee in the mornings. And it's okay. It's still okay to have Coke every once in a while. 500 bits from I Know Spell Karma, who says, making friends with people from other countries is so crazy. I sent my group chat a Big Bird gif, and they asked, why is he yellow? Big Bird is different colors in other countries? I assumed not, because Big Bird is Sesame Street. In Sesame Street, why would they use other colors? I mean, it could be a thing. Oh, people are saying he is. In the Netherlands, he's blue. So I guess because of different cultures, sometimes being certain colors could be off-putting for whatever reason. Or
like a local bird of some sort.
Yeah. That's wild. He's green in Mexico, and in the Netherlands he's blue. Man. Spark says, I think yellow bird, I think chocobo. I mean, if I saw a big yellow bird, my first thought would be Big Bird. But it also depends largely if the bird is upright or not, right? Because chocobo is like a horse. And he's orange. Man. Now I just want a group photo of all of the big birds in all of the colors. I want to see that. I wonder if that picture exists somewhere. 300 bits from Goldmage, who says, been having trouble making it to streams lately. Sometimes I'll turn it on in bed, then watch the vid later when I realize I've slept through it. But I'm out now. That just means you need a little more sleep.
Yeah.
If you're falling asleep in the morning, just like a little bit extra sleep. 100 bits from King Calamari, thank you. Also from Phantom SVT, 100, thanks. 300 from Goldmage says, anyway, that's why there's been a dearth of parrot info lately, so here's some. While most parrots feed on fruits or plants, the Kia native to New Zealand will eat just about anything, including carrion. Huh. Parrots are cool. I continue, of all of the birds, I know that we're getting parrot facts because, we chose parrots. Mm-hmm. But I like parrots. 300 bits from Shy says, let's be honest, Mr. Game Boy is definitely the guy you want in a fight. Before anyone ever even takes a swing, he's already blasting them with bits of music until they're catatonic on the ground. I just remember that image that was tweeted to me after a stream one morning. It says, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Lesson learned. 3 months from River TW, who just says, woo! 10 months from Tobias the Giant. 10 months working from home, so able to have lunch/breakfast with the grandparents. Cool.
Coffee.
Hope working from home is going well. You get your own personal toilet. That's the best part. I think it's something everyone realizes very quickly.
Yeah.
It's absolutely the best part of working from home. It's your personal toilet. 300 bits from Shia says, people sometimes think a sister that grows up with brothers is the weaker protected one. No, they're often the most ruthless. Since they tend to be the weakest physically, they learn to always go for the throat. Oh, God. Again, no experience fighting siblings. So, you know, I'm always just trying to just keep my distance from anyone that looks like they want to fight. Not really want to fight. Except Thomas. I'll fight Thomas. 500 bits from Fuzz Bickle says, hey, Steven, try this word on for size. Hippopotamonstrossequipedalophobia. Yep. I got that one. I've had to read that a few times, and now it just comes out. Yeah, and Toby. Like Thomas and Toby.
Thomas says, can't wait to sumo.
Can't wait to sumo. 300 bits from Sparks15 says, can't believe you've never met Bruiser. That's so sad, and I hate that story.
Me too.
I mean, someday. It was supposed to happen last, February or March. Last March.
We were gonna be there shortly after your birthday.
We were gonna go pick up the dance pad in person.
Yeah.
Imagine if I would have started dancing a year sooner. I might be able to keep up with Jeff. 400 bits from Zeta Program 142. Good vibes for everyone. Feeling a little tired, but still looking forward to the weekend. It's soon. Tomorrow night. I guess tomorrow night counts.
Oh, yeah, Thomas was going to surprise us with it during a spring break, but that was before we were going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
I never told you that.
Oh. Then, oh, no.
He was going to come into the house again.
Oh. Oh, no, I think you did actually mention that.
Did I tell you that?
I think you did tell me. I think you mentioned that. Well, you know. Anything... Thomas is welcome here anytime, but preferably when I let him in. That's how I prefer it. 300 bits from Item Crafting Live says, the focused life force of all who crunch, Toast Chi. "21 months from Halberdier V2. How's it going, Steven? Now, pretty good. Hope you're doing well. Things are going all right.
Sassy says, fear the day he gets a vaccine.
So excited. So excited to see my friends. So excited for them to break in my home. 10 months from Smart Guy 93. Thank you. 199 bits from Dragon Lover 9000. Appreciate it. 301 bits from Dragon Lover, who says, what's your favorite mythical creature? That's hard. Also, that's vague.
Yeah.
Mythical creature can really encapsulate a lot.
Sorry. Dan's comment.
Did I do that?
Yes.
Wasn't on purpose. That was two different thoughts that went out of my brain simultaneously. Just, I need to crack knuckles, and I can't wait to see my friends. I'm gonna kill him.
I've always thought a manticore was really cool, but I think, my favorite one might be a phoenix? Not a phoenix. Pegasus? I don't know.
That's funny. I don't know. So aliens, right? Aliens are real. Statistically, they have to be. So they're not really mythical, but our idea of aliens,
yeah.
Little green men, big heads, those aren't. We have no evidence that has
yeah.
any.
You mean
reality?
there are aliens out there somewhere, because of course there are with how many planets there are.
Yeah, like universe is too big. We're not alone. But like mythical in the sense of like little green men with big heads aren't real. I think that actually is probably, and again, mythical might be more like griffins and manticores and dragons. But I like the idea of listing alien because I have always loved listening to the stories about aliens and alien encounters and things like that. People that have people that have suffered from like sleep paralysis, but they're also big alien believers, so like that manifests as abductions and things like that. I really enjoy hearing about those stories. And also just there's an entire like culture of aliens, like mostly out for like near Roswell and Area 51, and there's places that have set up shops and stuff. So like probably not the answer you were expecting. But I think I would go with that just because there's so much culture around it, and I find all of that really fascinating, so. Or, like dragons. Dragons. 30 Bits from Pickletron says, but try these words. Giraffe, garage, thermodynamics, syrup. I said them all how people wanted them to be said, as opposed to giraffe, garage, thermodynamics, and syrup. There's certain ways that I say things that are slightly different than how other people say.
Yeah.
I'm holding out, man. Serp got one syllable. Serp. One syllable.
We'll find another word. It'll just happen one
Giraffe.
day, and everyone will be like, "What?"
Another word that I say that's like
a new one, like
just like another word that's insane. Wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah. Absurd. Yep. There's I think it's fun how there's so much material that we've made over the last 11 or 12 years that like people can just like pull up. They're like, oh, this. River TW says, how do you say warsh? Well, if you write it out warsh, I'm going to read it as warsh, but I pronounce W-A-S-H as wash. That is a trait that I do not inherit from my mom, who adds R's unnecessarily to words. But that's a regional thing, because there's a lot of folks from Maryland in that region that do that. Gerudo. Yeah, I know that one's wrong, and I'm like, I'm never changing that.
It's only wrong because it's been said in a game, like, more recently.
Coffee!
Yeah, there was not an official... Yeah, there was no official way to say that until, not when I was a kid. So I grew up and I was like, that's Gerudo. That's why. 30 Bits from Naspot says, ornery. That, I'll pronounce that two ways, actually. Sometimes I say ornery, sometimes I say ornery. And it is probably a 50-50 mix. It's almost always exclusively used to describe what an animal is doing.
When they are being bad.
Yeah, so sometimes Kep will get a little ornery. I probably use ornery more than ornery, but I'll say both. Why? I don't know. Just do. 300 Bits of Mandarin in the Kitchen says, I love how I can teach an online lesson, come back and clown around and BS again. Yeah! It's like a little break. It's like I did that, and now back to seeing Steven try to pronounce words. Aluminum. I don't say aluminium. I'm not... Is it British? Is that British English? They have an extra... I think they actually have literally an extra letter in the word.
We say it when we watch Apple streams.
Yeah. Yeah, and the British English actually has an extra I in it. Yeah, that's only whenever I'm trying to do a what do they call it? when you are trying to act like another person.
Impression?
Impression! Whew, couldn't think of the word. Impression of Joni Ive. We've decided to round the corners
Of the aluminium frame.
of the aluminium frame. And we've done it to the point where now we have got a complete circle. the new Apple eye circle.
Okay. And with that...
Sassy says it's not that we added an eye, you took it out. I mean, okay, that is true.
I have a question for...
We did take a lot of the British words and we're like, we don't need this.
I have a question for all of the, like, British people or people in other countries who speak English, except Canadians. I want to know what the last letter of the English alphabet is, because I know it's different in Canada and the US, so I'm curious what it is in, like, British English or people who learned English otherwise.
Zed.
I know it's Zed in Canada, but is it Zed in the UK?
No, the Brits are saying Zed.
It is Zed there too? I didn't know that. See, I always knew it was Zed in Canada.
Fosdick says, I think it's only in the US that it's Z. Okay. Yeah. Everyone's saying Zed. I think a better question is anyone in a country that's not the US that says Z? Because it looks like every single place says Zed.
Thomas.
Lord Zed from Power Rangers makes way more sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah, everyone says Zed. Oh, Childe says I'm Norwegian and say Z, but that might be a thing. Yeah, if you learn... Yeah, that's a good point. If you learned American English very specifically, then you would say Z. Thomas is shook. Oh, interesting. Proton John says Z because he was raised on Dragon Ball. Another joke. Neat. Yeah, you'll never hear me say Zed. And, like, that was a good question because I thought that was very strictly a Canadian thing. I actually did not...
I wasn't sure.
I did not know that was a universal, everywhere but the US thing, so... Oh, my family's from Guyana and they all say Z. So that's interesting. Yeah, I'm sure that there probably is some other place that says Z. But again, it's probably, you know, where specifically the English came from. I don't know. How many things are everywhere but the U.S.? The U.S. really loves to do its own thing. Really loves to do its own thing. And that's fine. Do your own thing until,
Sorry, Chaz.
Until, you know, you force everyone else to do it with you.
Sorry, Chaz.
30 Bits from Sparks15 says, here's one people struggle with. Worcestershire sauce is actually pronounced Worcestershire. Yeah, so I pronounce that Worcestershire. But I know it's like... Some people... I've heard some people say it like Worcester.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
Worcestershire. But I've also heard people say Worcestershire. But those people are wrong. That's not correct. Worcester. Worcestershire. Yeah. Yeah, I think Worcestershire is the right one, but that's not how I've ever said it, and that I'm not going to start. It's just not going to happen. So I'll continue to say Worcestershire.
Coffee!
But at least I won't say Worcestershire. So, you know. People are fighting about how this is actually pronounced. I don't know if chat realizes that you're fighting amongst yourselves. I'm out of this conversation. I'm done with that part. 30 Bits from Marty Griffith says, well, Americans always do things different. Just look at your measurement system. It's true. It does make it hard to interact with the rest of the world. when you're working on measurements because you have to convert things. But yeah, it's fine. Listen, man, you give people an inch, they'll take a mile.
I don't mind my cups and tablespoons. That doesn't bother me. I want to learn, like, I know centimeters and meters and millimeters because I use that a lot.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I want to be normal because it makes so much more sense in base 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but, like,
it does. It's just...
The kitchen measurements, I'm just like, nah, whatever. And the Fahrenheit, Celsius, whatever. But I want...
Well, in the kitchen...
other measurements.
Well, in the kitchen, a lot of it there's a lot of measurements that should be done by... Weight.
Yeah.
And that's, like, still not very much a thing. So... In the kitchen. Hello? Okay. We should...
Coffee!
We should start wrapping up. 300 bits from my now spoke Carver says, I think US learned to be a maverick from the UK. Didn't the UK delay getting the metric system? We learned it from you, Dad. You did this. What's the day? Thursday?
Yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Breath of the Wild stream.
Yeah, tomorrow's Breath of the Wild stream, so that's exciting.
What's Stephen and Friends is Saturday?
Stephen Friends on Saturday is Jackbox IRL Live Blather Round from October, as we're still working through releasing the Jackbox stuff. So
Tuesday is Disc Only.
Tuesday's Disc Only. Today is Pikmin, and also Extra Life.
I have a video this weekend.
Yeah, Mouse video will be out on
Saturday.
On Saturday. So that's exciting.
It's supposed to be sunny today, right?
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Otherwise, I'm going to be working on vlogs. Like I said, I'm trying to get the next 2018 vlog done. I doubt it'll be ready today, but I'm aiming for tomorrow. So, yeah, it's a work in progress. Things are happening though, and it's just nice to be making some progress after all this time. So, just says any movie ideas. Yeah, someone sent us a movie that we both actually wanted to see. Huh. How about that? Really strange. Anyway, 11 months from Shane Savage. He says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. And 300 bits from Pickletron, who says, I still can't really get over your reaction from Tyler's height in the 2018 vlog. I forget he's a tall boy.
Every time we see him, I forget he's
he's
tall.
A tall boy. He's a very tall boy.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen him in a while. Okay.
Coffee!
Another alert. That's it for the stuff, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and you got, like I said, you got 4 days if you want to pick up. I mean, well, the stuff's not going away, but like, I didn't realize I almost spilled the coffee on myself. I was like, nah.
The discount code.
Yeah, the Buy Blues works until February 1st. Yeah. God, that would have been really awful. 30 bits from Shire says, while it's true that the metric base 10 system is easier to understand, mathematically speaking, base 12 systems like the US inches are technically superior. Why? I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. They're harder to use. Base 10 is easy to figure out because you just move a decimal.
Mm-hmm.
The 12 means you got a math. And like, ain't nobody want to do math. I mean, I don't want to do math. All right. Wrap it up there. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful Thursday. And we got some stuff for you to watch, obviously, today. And then, of course, tomorrow night, I'm excited to get back into Breath of the Wild, especially because we've still got some pretty good exploring to do. We started on the DLC. There's more to look at.
Lots
more. See you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for Breath of the Wild.